about 8 o'clock in the morning, and as you can see, it snowed. I'm gonna try to get some riding in this morning. If the trails are like this, that's gonna be not good. And I'm also testing out the brand new Hero 8 Black that I got. I guess the 9's out now, but to me it's new. So we're gonna see how it does, and I'm gonna try it without a gimbal. This is supposed to have gimbal-like stabilization. So anyway, let's get suited up, head to the trail, and see what happens. These are a must-have when you're in the cold. Bar mitts. If you're fat biking and you're in the cold, get these. These are just little neoprene things that go right over your bars. They just kind of Velcro, and they keep your hands toasty. All right. So my dropper just failed. Oh boy. Not good. All right, let's go. All right, let's see if we can get down this trail. Snow biking is a different kind of experience. It's a different workout for sure. We're doing a lot of tests today. We're testing the Hero 8 Black. We're testing the Trek, testing new boots, testing new pants, testing a new thermos. Doing a lot of tests today. So far the Trek feels good. Pleased with it. I am definitely seeing the benefits of a rigid fork in the snow. Well, it's only 10 degrees. It is cold, but I feel warm so far. Layered up, moving. I love the sound of biking. Let me stop speaking and just listen. Such a cool sound. It's slow going with a fat bike in the winter, but you would not be able to ride a trail like this on skinny tires. So pretty awesome just to get out and be outside. All right, this will be tricky here. It's frozen. Whew. Okay. Oh, got sideways. Hard to get going once you stop. So I've noticed already that the battery is already pretty low. It's halfway dead on the GoPro 8, which is not good. Not good at all. A little disappointed in that. I'm kind of shocked actually at how fast that battery seems to be draining. I mean, I know you can bring other batteries, but that's a little ridiculous. I've only been out here for, what, 10 minutes? That's not good. Not good at all. But anyway, look at this beautiful view. Maybe something I have to mess around with the settings. Maybe it's because I'm connected to the app on my phone. So I was trying to get the angle right. So maybe that's draining it. Maybe I need to turn off the LCD or something.
is that could be draining it too. So we'll give it the benefit of the doubt. A lot of stuff going on right now, but I don't have time to stop and fix it. So I don't know how much longer of a video we'll have, but this was just a test anyway, to see the video quality and hear the audio quality. Can't do this on a skinny tire bike. Haha. I'm gonna try to mess with some of the settings here, see if I can conserve some of the battery. So try turning the LCD off. Don't know if that'll make a difference or not, but we shall see. Some of this is still a little too deep. So we'll get back over here. Yeah, kinda. Ooh, it's bumpy. Let the fat tires soak it up. See, this is why for me, fat bike just makes sense. I live in New England. This is the weather for like 6 months. So a skinny tire bike just doesn't make sense at all for me, because I like to keep riding in the winter and I want one bike that can kind of do it all. A fat bike, you can cruise at the beach, go on the sand, you can cruise on the street, you can go road biking, bike packing, adventure biking, go to the downhill park, ride XC trails, snow bike. I mean, you can do it all with one bike. It blows my mind when people are turned off by fat bikes. I think it's just a misunderstanding. When they first came out, fat bikes were kind of slow and clunky and heavy, and they weren't very refined. They were just made to do what I'm doing right now. Just trudge through the snow and get through the sand dunes in Nevada. And that's kind of how they were developed back in the late 90s, early 90s, late 90s. But fat bikes now, they are fast, nimble, playful, responsive, and they're a lot of fun. They're no longer these heavy, clunky, clumsy machines, and they're not just tanks anymore. So they're lightweight. They are a little harder to accelerate in a slow turn. There's no denying that. It's just because of that massive wheel and the spinning rotation. But once it's rolling, boy, is it rolling. It just goes right along, and it soaks up all the roots and rocks and ruts. That's why I love fat bikes, and I don't understand why people, you know, turn their nose up at them. I think it's just because they don't understand the real capabilities of them. They've never really ridden one. I think they look at it and they go, oh, it looks heavy, it looks clumsy. Modern fat bikes are anything but. They are really nice. I don't think I could go back to a skinny tire bike. Also, the full suspensions are very, very expensive. Fat bikes ain't cheap either, but you can pick up a good fat bike from anywhere to $800 to, you know, $2,000, $3,000, and that's just like entry level for a full suspension. So the only benefit I think a full suspension would have over a fat bike is, like, you're at some gnarly place like Red Bull Rampage, where you got like 40-foot drops, and you know, maybe at a bike park with some of the huge jumps and drops. But not that I think the fat bike could certainly do it. It's just full suspension skinny tire bikes, they just do that better. There's no denying that. But you can still send these things. They'll do just about anything you want them to. They're not limited, really. It's really just your skill level. All right, see about this hill bomb here. See what happens. Don't know if I'll be able to keep it going, keep it going. Buster, yeah. Didn't think that was gonna happen. All right, I'm gonna start heading back to the parking lot. Just wanted to come out and do a loop, just do a ride, just get out. Like I said, I haven't been able to get out because of my son, and I don't want to leave him alone too long. I'm only about 10 minutes away from my house at this trail, so I'm gonna go home, start heading home, so I can give mom a break from the baby, change the diaper maybe. You know, I'm all about that dad life now. Well, the Trek is awesome in the snow. These Bontrager Narwhal tires seem to be pretty phenomenal. I do not have them studded, but they are studdable. And they seem to be pretty good in the snow. And they're pretty good in the dirt too. They just seem to be an all-around great tire. So if you watch my videos and you're wondering, you know, maybe I should get a fat bike, the answer is absolutely yes, you want one. And not just as a winter toy. I ride these things year round and they shred. They shred harder than I can. So if you can get one, pick it up. I would highly, highly, highly recommend the Trek Farley. I'm not sponsored by Trek. Trek doesn't know I exist, other than when I go in their store and buy one of their products. So I'm not a paid endorser for Trek. They just make really good bikes, and the Farley is definitely one of the better bikes that they make. The frame feels good, feels responsive. You feel confident. There's no weird creaks, you know, nothing like that going on. It's all just really solid bike. The hub that comes with it, that 108 tooth, is pretty good so far. So I'm pretty happy with this bike. I don't really miss the front suspension that much. The only place I would miss it, I think, would be at a downhill park or some proper gnar. Then I'd miss it, but it rides pretty good with just a fork. That carbon fork, rigid, but it's really good for snow biking. I was wondering about that, I was curious about that, and I definitely see the merit of that. That riding a rigid is the way to go in the snow. That's for sure. Somebody else has been fat biking down here. See some tracks there. Those are not mine. So somebody's making their way through the snow. This part's tricky here. All right. Whew. Come on, come on. Yeah. Whew. This is just going back the way we came in. Whoa. I'm up on that off-camber section. Oh man. You can catch this kind of burn right here. Nope. Slid right out from under me. Yeah. Tried to catch that little berm, but there was no berm. My dropper post is working again. Go figure. this hill. Yeah. All right. Those look like the only sections that are really groomed enough to ride, but didn't want to come out and ride. And we got one in, so pretty stoked on that. Go home and see how the footage is. I hope the angle isn't terrible. But I did not run a gimbal. We done it. Woo! Everything that I tested today seemed to go well. The only thing I am somewhat disappointed in is the battery life of the new GoPro. But maybe that's some setting things that I can change. We'll see. But all in all, Trek did awesome. Peace. Thanks for fat biking with me today. See you next time.
So what are my thoughts on the GoPro Hero 8? I like it. I think it's a good camera. And I even think the full retail price of $400 is pretty fair. Looking back at the footage, the stabilization is pretty impressive. I was not wearing a gimbal during this ride, and GoPro claims gimbal-like stabilization, and I believe they've achieved that with the Hero 8 Black. It's pretty close to perfection as far as stabilization goes without a gimbal. You can't beat this camera for that. The Hero Black 9 is out. This is GoPro's older model now, so they're on sale. You can get them for a pretty good price. I really like the camera. I like the features. I like the touchscreen. I like the way you can really dial in the settings. The battery life on it, the battery drains really quickly. The battery drainage is worsened by clicking boost on the Hypersmooth. I got about an hour's worth of battery out of this. 45 minutes to an hour is probably all you're gonna get if you have the Hypersmooth boost on. If you ran it without it, I'm sure the battery would run longer. Also, it was really cold on the day I was filming, so that may have impacted it slightly. The remedy to that is to bring extra batteries. But all in all, I am pretty impressed with the Hero Black 8. The picture quality is amazing. The audio is really great. Again, it's just the battery life, really short with this, but it's a trade-off because you're getting way improved video quality, audio quality, and you have the Hypersmooth feature, which is really incredible. All in all, would I recommend a Hero 8 Black? Yeah, I absolutely would, especially now that they're on sale. Do yourself a favor and pick one up. At the time of filming this video, it is Christmas Eve, so I hope everyone had a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, wherever you celebrate. Thanks for watching the channel. Click like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. God bless.